What is good, everyone? I am BA, back once again with another movie reaction. This week I've decided to react to The Fly, another classic movie I've just never got round to seeing. Don't ask me why. I'm sure there's been many opportunities in my history where I should have or could have watched it, but I just for happenstance did not do it. And today is the day we get that shit done. What do I know about The Fly? Pretty much the concept. I know it's a scientist, I know there's a fly, I know somehow he gets merged with the fly or turns into a fly. I've seen the Simpsons episode which spoofs this movie, so I'm quite aware of it. I've never seen the trailer and never seen anything other than that, but the concept in and of itself, much like the sledgehammer scene in Misery, has seeped its way into pop culture and is basically unavoidable. That being said, I'm going into this completely blind, no trailer, no nothing, so I'm looking forward to it. It's another classic I am officially checking off the list. This is The Fly. Let's check it out and see what it's saying to it. 20th Century Fox, a sign of quality. Unlike them 18th Century Foxes, bunch of racists. Oh, David Cronenberg, shit, I didn't even know he did this film. Very famous for his body horror type stuff, so I'm assuming there'll be a bit of that in this. And Jeff Goldblum, famous for stuttering his way into our hearts. Oh, and Geena Davis, famous for, I don't know. I liked her in that film where she was an assassin with Samuel L. Jackson, The Long Kiss Goodnight, that was a banger. I think that was Geena Davis. Don't trust Carol, she's always watching. Nice, David Cronenberg wrote the screenplay as well. That's cool. I'm not actually sure how many of his own movies he wrote. I'm gonna have to IMDb that shit after this.
What am I working on? I'm working on something that'll change the world and human life as we know it.
There he is, the man, the myth, the legend himself. Rocking a pimpin' 80s haircut, if I do say so myself.
Is there another way?
You could come back to my lab.
Jeff Goldblum's used that pickup line for the last 50 years.
A real restaurant espresso machines with an eagle on top.
I've got a real espresso machine. Mine doesn't have an eagle. Am I missing out on something here? What does the eagle do? Lay the beans?
They're not working on something that'll change the world as we know it.
They say they are.
Yeah, but they're lying.
Those other scientists are full of shit. I'm with Goldblum. Let's go to the lab and show us your magic machine.
Just turn left, we're almost there.
His lab is in a very run-down alley. We might not see the Fly, but we'll definitely see the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles at some point.
It's cleaner on the inside.
That's what she said. It's nice to see there is an actual lab there, because she was 50-50 being led into her final resting place in this scene. Just following a random guy home to his giant warehouse laboratory. She's lucky she wasn't experimented on.
It's too late. You've already seen them. Can't let you leave here alive.
As expected, his piano playing is great at adding to the tension of the scene.
Very cute. Hey, I bet you have a really neat jukebox in here too someplace.
Alright, Sarky. I'm the one that deals out the sarcasm, okay? Lowest form of wit. Let me have the lowest form of wit. Oh shit.
So, what do they do, the phone booths?
She's so unimpressed.
You have something on you that's personal that I could use? Something uniquely you? An item of clothing or jewelry?
He sounds like a magician asking the audience for a prop. Nice. She didn't have to use the stocking, but we appreciate it, Geena.
Nice.
Of course he took a moment to perv over the stocking.
Brundle, Seth? Brundle, Seth?
Voice activated. That was some high-tech shit in the 80s. Oh shit, it can instantly analyse what the properties of the item are as well. That's dope.
Well?
Great.
She doesn't realise what he's just done.
Teleportation?
Please.
Oh, he's so proud of himself. As you would be, of course. Completely understandable.
Is that a hologram? Where's my stocking?
That's it, the real one.
That is so impressive. I wonder if one day we'll be able to do this. I know scientists have successfully teleported light, but it seems to me that that's way easier than a physical thing. And also the question always is it true teleportation or just destroying something at one side and reatomizing it at another? If you got in a teleporter, would it really be you that came out the other side or a perfect duplicate?
Oh. This is,
Fucking hell, Gina. Straight away on some snaky journalist shit, really.
Guys who are much more brilliant than I am, I say, build me a laser this, design me a molecular analyzer that, and they do, and I just stick them together.
Humble. That's as humble as you can get as a genius.
well, you want me to get the quotes right, don't you?
Quotes? No. I thought this was personal. You can't write about this.
Oh, at least she was out in the open about what she was doing.
Particle Magazine sent me to that party to get a story. And this is the most exciting thing I've ever seen.
No, absolutely not. In fact, I'm going to have to ask you for that tape, please.
You can't do that.
Yeah, he can. It's completely fair. He showed you in good faith. You can't just out his genius invention before it's ready for the world.
Come here. What about your stock?
Keep it for good luck.
Wow, what a bitch. I hope she has a conscience and doesn't print this.
They do, and I just stick them together. But none of them knows what the project really is.
Compartmentalization is what you call that. So the left hand doesn't know what the right hand's doing. The military do it all the time when they're building nukes. They won't just have a team building a nuke. They'll have one set of guys in one lab building a panel. They'll have another set of guys in another lab building a little sphere to hold something. None of them know what they're building. There's only a small set of people that know what the final product is. And that's how you stop leaks. Leaks, Gina.
You must have made an impression.
What do you mean?
Your magician has followed you here.
Good on him. I hope he gets that fucking tape.
If you plan to make anything disappear, please let me know. I've got an assistant editor who's outlived his usefulness.
I suppose you could just disappear a person, teleport them to Alaska, take that, walk back.
He thinks you're a con man.
Excellent.
Yeah, best case scenario. If that guy had been as excited as her, this would already be out in the public.
I've come here to say one magic word to you.
Yeah?
Cheeseburger.
Strange choice of magic word, but I respect his style.
I can only teleport inanimate objects.
Ah, okay, so in order for it to be fully functional, you would want to test it on organic things.
You should tell it. But, not yet. Look, what do you got so far?
Enough to make you nervous.
And he is clearly nervous. He hides it well through Cheeseburger.
A complete record of the most earth-shattering invention ever. The one that ended all concepts of transport, of borders and frontiers, of time and space.
True, the world would be essentially borderless with teleportation technology. There'd be no such thing as like a wall of Berlin in the future. You would just be able to teleport wherever you wanted. Fuck you, North Korea. What the fuck? As he just went to her shower.
What are you doing in my apartment?
Just happened to be in the neighborhood. Felt a bit scummy.
Oh, it's her boss. What a weird guy. Oh, she did it to burn him. Nice move.
I know I should have changed the lock.
I knew you wouldn't.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm assuming these guys used to be in a relationship.
You still want me to come back? Move in again.
No. That's because, very consciously, I'm lazy and disorganized.
Sounds a lot more believable than his version of events.
An inch away from the Nobel Prize for Physics. He was only 20 at the time.
He's always been a genius then, if he was very close to winning that at that early age.
Key.
I'll keep it. For old time's sake.
What a fucking dick. That's such an invasion of privacy. I know I should be more amazed at this machine's ability to actually teleport things, but I'm kinda just impressed that it can instantly analyse the elemental properties of whatever object is placed inside it. Even to this day, that level of analysis takes a long time. Oh no. Oh, this guy better survive. How you gonna test it on a baboon? Why not like a wasp or something? Oh, gross. Fucking hell, you just did that to a baboon. You happy with yourself, Jeff? That was some The Thing type shit there.
The world will want to know what you're thinking.
Fuck is what I'm thinking.
Completely justified.
Why didn't it work?
I think it turned the baboon inside out.
Oh, gross.
It only seems to work with inanimate objects, nothing that's living. Must be my fault.
Well, yeah, it's definitely your fault. I mean, still, it suggests that with a tiny bit of tweaking, he will be there. Like, he still managed to transport a life. It just made it inside out. So, with a few tweaks to not turn things inside out, he will be there, you would think.
You're always wearing the same clothes.
No, these are clean. I change my clothes every day.
Has he got identical sets of everything? As someone with OCD, I can completely relate to this.
5 sets of exactly the same clothes?
Learned it from Einstein.
Oh, Einstein was the same, damn. I'm aware this is some autistic shit. I do have OCD, but I would be the exact same. I forced myself to have like different jumpers and shit for this reaction because I've got like 5 black Adidas ones.
You're very cute. You know that?
Oh, he's won her over. Done well, Jeff. He didn't even have to stutter to get the job done. They went for the lazy doggy style position. The fuck is that? Nasty. He was lying on a microchip.
I'm gonna kiss it for you. Oh.
She's a vampire.
I just want to eat you up.
Passionate lady.
Ronnie.
Is she giving him a eureka moment? So what did he do there? I'm confused.
The computer is giving us its interpretation of a steak. It's translating it for us. It's rethinking it.
Ah, right, okay. So how do you stop the computer from interpreting it into giving it a direct reproduction?
But it doesn't, not yet. I haven't taught the computer to be made crazy by the flesh, the poetry, the steak. So I'm going to start teaching it now.
Oh shit, so she did give him a direct inspiration which might crack the code to this. Quite impressive during sex. Who thought fucking would lead to a Nobel Prize? No wonder she's so eager for teleportation to come to fruition driving in that piece of shit. And why is her boss so obsessed with her all of a sudden, just because she's now seeing this new scientist? Surely he had all the time in the world to make a move on her when she was still single. Is he just the possessive, narcissistic type?
You stayed with Brundle all night. Why didn't I believe you?
What a creep.
Yeah, I think he'd look great in this. Don't you?
The guy's like, yeah, he probably would. Jeff Goldblum would rock the shit out of that. What's your point?
I am finally onto something that's big, huge.
Yeah? What? His cock?
This is a bitter, narcissistic man we are dealing with right now.
Talk to me.
I don't have to do anything. We're finished, remember? I'll spend the night anywhere I damn well please.
This guy is unhinged. I did not get this impression of him initially when he was in his office, but wow. Oh, would you stop killing baboons, Jeff? Hey, yes. Wow. That is incredible. I'm treating this like an actual scientific discovery. I know it's a movie, but still, in movie world, wow.
Well, send the baboon out for tests, see if he's really okay.
How long will that take?
Could be weeks.
Yeah, you definitely want to make sure that it's okay inside and out.
You like Chinese food?
Yes.
We're gonna have a very romantic dinner right here.
I went to a Chinese all-you-can-eat yesterday, and I am not lying when I said I left there a different man. I could barely walk back to my car. I was making whale noises. I was so bloated. I got the all in the all-you-can-eat down pat. I filled 2 giant plates with chow mein. My friends were like, don't you want a bit of variation? I was like, give me the chow mein.
Look, I have to go out for a few hours.
No, Ronnie. Spicy eggplant, champagne.
The classic Jeff Goldblum stutter there.
I've decided to trust your journalistic instincts.
Thanks very much. But this is not your story. It's mine.
This guy is such a prick.
Your discovery is my discovery. I have a lot of background on Brundle.
He does make a sort of fair point though, like, it was her fault for getting all excited about it and wanting to leak it to this dick in the first place.
Just keep me informed, all right? As a friend? As a professional confidant?
Don't tell this guy shit.
Yeah, I'm not saying love or affection, just stress-relieving sex. You and me.
You're disgusting.
Still being a creep.
She's working for her old boyfriend. Now she runs out late at night to see him. What is this, the Ronnie game?
All it takes is half a bottle of strong spirits for Jeff Goldblum to get to the bottom of things. And a baboon sidekick.
I didn't mean to kill your brother, but he didn't die in vain, if that's of any comfort.
Damn, that's such a villain speech. Also, is that The Fly?
What are we waiting for? Let's do it.
Oh no, this has got to be the moment. I'm assuming the fly accidentally goes into the machine with him. Oh no, this is not good. Even the baboon knows some shit is about to go down. So I take it it's not an instantaneous process with this fly, merging with him.
Is it live or is it Memorex? It's too bad Ronnie missed it.
Also, that baboon's fucking cool. Everyone should have a pet baboon sidekick. Also, this is just such a great premise. It's got such a Twilight Zone or Tales from the Crypt-esque setup and payoff to it. And as anybody who watches this channel regularly knows, they are my favourite things of all time.
You went through? Without testing the baboon?
I was drunk. I was a bit upset.
Yeah, you know how it is. You get drunk, you have a few drinks, you fucking teleport yourself. We've all been there.
He's an old boyfriend. He was teaching at college. I was a science major. He got me started in journalism.
Using his power from the get-go and creeping on a student. Seems fitting for this boss. Wonder if he's going to start making the fly buzzing noise. Well, that's pretty impressive. He could certainly compete in the Olympics now. Please tell me these are body doubles and just Jeff Goldblum just isn't this amazing at everything. He's putting the rest of mankind to shame. She's not even impressed, she's just happy for him. Don't know what he whispered there, but it was some G shit.
The personal potential I've been neglecting all these years that I've been obsessively pursuing goal after goal.
I suppose if you didn't see any other adverse side effects, you would just assume that it's done something beneficial to you.
Listen, not to wax messianic.
Okay, that is a lot of sugar.
I mean, what an accomplishment. But what have I really done now? All I've done is say to the world, let's go! Move! His
mind is now going a mile a minute. Is he trying to replicate the franticness of a fly?
Oh, how can you keep going? If you don't have any fluid left in your body.
Oh, his complexion's starting to look a little bit blotchy.
What's this?
It's an attempt to distract me, that's what it is.
No, really, what is this?
What the fuck?
I'm looking forward to a hairy body. It's one of the compensations of old age. Come here, where are you going?
Keep away from this man until you realise exactly what is wrong with him would be my advice.
I don't really think you want a body covered with these.
That was a bassy snipping sound.
Teleport as soon as possible, right now. I feel incredible. Ronnie, I hardly need to sleep anymore and I feel wonderful.
Do not teleport.
I told you I'm scared to do it. What do I have to say? I'm not gonna do it.
You're a fucking drag, you know that?
What the fuck? He is definitely changing.
Seth, you have to listen to me.
You're afraid to dive into the plasma pool, aren't you? You're afraid to be destroyed, recreated, aren't you?
Yeah, his personality is drastically changing all of a sudden.
I'm not just talking about sex and penetration. I'm talking about penetration beyond the veil of the flesh. A deep, penetrating dive into the plasma pool.
What I got from that speech was penetration and plasma pool. If there was anything I missed, let me know. I would be for sure on Gina's team of not wanting to get in that fucking machine.
I hope it's Marky.
How come?
Because I like Marky tonight.
Is he gonna go over there and beat the winner in an arm wrestle and win her favour?
There's my 100. And I get to take the lady home for the night if I win.
Says who? Do I look like a hooker to you?
Yeah, that's very assuming of you.
Hey, watch out, eats chocolate bars. Yeah, so I noticed.
Those magic chocolate bars. This is the best advert for Cadbury's ever. Oh shit! I was not expecting that.
I take them apart and I put them back together again.
Well, you sure took Marky apart.
Let's go back to my place.
I can't believe she was impressed by that. I thought she said she wasn't a hooker. Apparently all it took was a forearm snap to win her favour. He is starting to look worse for wear now. It's like zombie Jeff Goldblum.
I can't make it.
Oh, there's an elevator. Don't you feel elevated?
I had no idea flies were so strong. Gross. This is a really disturbing sex scene.
I want you to go through.
No, I don't want to try that.
Why not? It'll make you feel sexy.
But I already feel sexy.
It's a fair justification.
You're going to like it.
I don't want to! I'm afraid!
Don't be afraid!
No.
This is so weird.
Be very afraid.
Classic horror line there.
You look bad. You smell bad.
I've never been much of a bather.
I don't think she means it in that sense, but still, that's kind of disgusting, mate.
They were definitely not human.
Oh, very good.
In fact, very likely insect hairs.
He's taking that news pretty well.
You've got to get some help. I think you must be sick.
You're jealous!
As a scientist, he should at least be taking her advice. It's like the fly is taking over his brain.
No! Stop it!
You know any sick men who can do that?
It looks like a non-human man.
Seth, please, wait! Seth!
Don't come back!
Well, he's gonna regret this. She was the only one that sees the writing on the wall. Surely he realises there's something not right about that. Ah, gross. That's literally like the scene from District 9. I now see where District 9 got that scene from. Those effects are so realistic, it's so uncomfortable to watch. I think we're in universal agreement there. I don't think there'll be a single person watching this video that's like, what are you talking about? Nail removal is my shit. I take it he's going to realise that he went in there with a fly at this point. That's a smart computer, getting down to the brass tacks of the situation. Oh shit. Oh yeah, that is definitely not Brundle. How is he going to undo this? Can he? That is some bad news to receive, especially from an inanimate object. I hope this film has a happy ending, but I don't see how he can undo that. If I was her, I would bring a gun to this meeting. He seems like he can flip on a dime.
Stop.
Seth.
You were right.
What the fuck? He needs a walking stick now.
It's been accelerating. It's unrelenting every day there.
So he's went from being super powerful to incredibly weak.
I know an old lady who swallowed a fly. Perhaps she'll die.
Oh my god, they are such grotesque effects.
What'll happen?
Oh, I think it's showing itself as a bizarre form of cancer.
At least she's still, like, being affectionate toward him and shit. If I was her, I'd be vomiting right now that I just had sex with a man fly. Oh, that is so gross.
That's disgusting.
Yes, I'm aware. Thanks for pointing that out, Jeff. Oh, shit.
Ear. No.
This film is just turning fucking gross. Don't hug the earless fly, man.
Don't go back to him.
That's it? That's your advice?
Don't go back to him. This guy's still being a dick. You know what I say to this guy? Buzz off.
Listen, I do not want
I don't care what you want.
All right, fine. Okay.
Why is this guy content in just being a fly in the ointment? He thinks he's so special. Thinks he's pretty fly for a white guy.
Tape him. Show me. Let me think about it.
Don't think you'll have much to think about after you see the tape. What can they do? I don't think there's anything that can be done to reverse this. I think he's doomed himself. And that is always the risk of high science, you know. Many scientific experiments that are taking place today. The particle accelerator, there was a chance they could create a black hole that just didn't close and then slowly sucked our world into it. They still did the experiment. Scientists are risky.
Got pretty good at it, haven't I? Yeah, it's almost second nature.
Okay, now that is one cool thing. He's sort of like Spider-Man. At least he's not using his walking sticks.
It's not too terrible, is it? Most people would give anything to be turned into something else.
Turned into what?
His face is difficult to look at. He's even got weird little twitches now, like a fly's head movement.
I think you'll want to record for posterity.
Do not film this guy, the camera lens will shatter.
At the very least, it should make a fabulous children's book.
Dr. Zeus ain't writing about you anytime soon, my friend. Horton Hears or what the fuck?
With a corrosive enzyme, playfully called vomit drop.
Playfully called. Not in playful about vomit drop.
My God.
I never thought I'd fucking character shift, but I'm with the magazine boss on this one.
What is it?
I mean, nothing, you know. My boyfriend's turning into a weird fly vomit man. Nothing much.
I'm pregnant with Seth's baby.
Oh, fuck. Fly offspring. Enjoy. The first half of this film was so interesting, and then it's been like 20 minutes of just disgusting shit. It's now an ordeal.
I'm scared.
It's going to be all right, Ronnie.
I wouldn't promise that if I was you. There is a high chance she's going to have a bunch of fly larvae inside her womb.
Don't worry, honey.
No.
No problem.
Please, no.
Are they performing an abortion?
Just a little suction here. A little suction.
God, this film is fucking grim. And I love, like, horror with effects and shit, but all these effects are fucking disgusting.
Push. That's it. Come on. Push. Squeeze those muscles.
No,
That's it.
wait.
Oh, this is gonna be fucking gross, I just know it. Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god. Oh, it was a dream. It doesn't make it any less gross, but thank God for her sake it was a dream. This fucking film. Yeah, this is his only chance. If he can somehow create a machine that can detach his genetic code from the flies.
Give me preliminary integration.
I wanted this. Give me preliminary integration. I wanted this.
Ah, shit. It's not even recognizing his voice anymore. Oh, fucking hell, movie. Why? Why continuous body disgust? Jesus Christ. I mean, seriously, this is an absolute fucking tidal wave of gross shit. It's such good effects as well. I can't even recognize the man underneath all that prosthetics anymore.
You've missed some good moments.
You have not. You have missed nothing noteworthy you wanted to see.
The medicine cabinet's now the Brundle Museum of Natural History. You want to see what else is in it?
I don't think she does.
I wanted to see you.
This woman will never love again. This is such a traumatic experience for her.
Have you ever heard of insect politics?
No, I haven't.
Neither have I.
But at least he's still got a sense of humour for The Fly.
I'd like to become the first insect politician.
God, this performance is so unsettling. I mean, I don't know what she was expecting to see going back there, but she was setting herself up for a miserable time. It is partially her fault for even returning.
Let's go, Dad.
No! No, I think we should wait for a few days. I don't think you're in the right state of
No,
mind.
now. I want it out of my body now.
Oh, she was pregnant. She was just dreaming about the abortion. We might still get the abortion larvae scene she dreamt of. He's like Quasimodo now. Seems like he's got a plan as well. Nothing worse than a fly with a plan.
There are tests we can do to determine whether or not...
I don't want tests. Tests can't guarantee anything.
Yeah, she's seen that firsthand with, you know, the guy who was testing his teleportation machine.
I'll do it myself if I have to.
Coat hanging out an insect larvae. Don't want to see that scene. Oh my god. What do you even say to his appearance at this point?
Seth, no.
What is his plan? It can't be anything good. This guy better be careful, because I have a feeling this man may die before the end of this film. Oh shit, he's gonna kill him himself. It's a badass rifle as well. Oh wow, he can't match his strength still. Oh, gross! Is that gonna disintegrate his hand? Oh, fuck! So brutal. Ah, shit. Oh, fuck, these effects are so believable.
Don't, please.
Thank you, Gina. You saved us a horrific scene there.
Help me.
I don't think anybody can help you, mate. I will say as well, the guy on the ground still has one good hand. He may get one shot off, because I don't think he's quite dead.
We come apart, and then we come together there.
No, then you'll be like 2 parts human, 1 part fly. All it's gonna do is kill her, or merge her with you and a fly. That is not a good plan. Oh shit! Fucking hell! These are some incredible effects, because they're definitely getting a reaction out of me. Is this him turning full fly form now? These effects are incredible. I need to watch a little documentary about the effects of this movie afterwards, they're so good. Ah, nice shot. What is going to happen now that the machine's still counting down? Oh, he fused with the telepod. Fucking hell. Please finish this poor suffering man off. Yeah, even he wants to die now. I do not blame him. Oh, this is such a tragic story as well. Great effect. Everything in this film has been a great creature effect, by the way. Right up until that final headshot. Okay, and that was The Fly, and I will be back in just a minute with my thoughts on that. So, The Fly, what did I think of that? First of all, I can completely see why this is a classic of its genre. I don't even know exactly what genre you can put this in. Is it Thriller, suspense, horror, sci-fi. It's hard to quantify exactly where it falls into. I guess if I was to categorise it, it would be somewhat of a sci-fi horror, I suppose. The first part of this film I found so interesting. The actual science side of it and his research, I found it genuinely interesting. And even to the point where he melds with a fly, I was curious as to see where it went from there. And then it quickly switched into a horrific series of gross effects as he slowly turned more and more into this fly creature. Really difficult to watch in places just due to the realism and disgustingness of some of the effects, specifically the vomit acid he used to disintegrate food, and just his appearance. Everything from the fingernails, the ear falling off, the teeth falling out. Oh, it was just a series of unfortunate events that we were forced to watch. Maybe the most disgusting of them all was the dream sequence where she gave birth to the insect larvae as well. Oh, that was horrific. But as horrific as the final act of this film was to watch, it was still so great. As I said during it, this setup, premise and payoff is so similar to like a Twilight Zone episode or a Tales from the Crypt episode. This could have been a great half hour, or hour and a half movie. They could have told this story in 3 different lengths and it still would have been just as great due to the setup and the payoff which it had. I was expecting to see an extra scene there at the end where she gave birth to some fly baby as well, but we were spared of that. They'd put us through enough at that point. Jeff Goldblum played the character great, from like a young, cool scientist on the cutting edge of a great discovery and then slowly turning into his fly form where he's had all those neck twitches and his personality changes and everything. It was so believable to watch, which is why I found it so unsettling. I was never for a moment taken out of this film to be like, yeah, this is just a film, blah blah blah. I was always right there with them because the story was so gripping, and thus it was incredibly unsettling to sit through that last half hour as he slowly wore away to his final fly form, and all remnants of his personality were stripped away from him in place of an insect mind. Very few characters in this as well. It's essentially a 3-character story with a few, cameos from, surgeons and things like that, but it was basically her boss, and Jeff Goldblum, and those are the only 3 characters needed to tell this story, and they all did so well in their roles. From the boss, who I was unsettled by and creeped out by in his human form, to at the end I was somewhat rooting for him, to Gina Davis's character. She started off as quite a shallow reporter just trying to get the scoop, then she fell for him as the scientist, then she had to deal with what he turned into, and by the end was just completely destroyed and heartbroken by seeing this process and knowing she was also pregnant with his child. Oh, everyone did a great job in their roles. This film genuinely didn't need anything else to be as interesting as it was or as classic as it is. And you really have to tip your hat to the creature effects throughout. Every single time something happened or something fell off him, or when he turned into his final form at the end and stepped out of his skin to see the final fly monster which he was inside at that point, every single effect was brilliantly done, and is another reason why I'm such an advocate of practical effects. None of the things I saw would have had as much of an impact on me as they did if they were done in a computer with CGI. Yes, the larvae may have wriggled slightly more realistically in movement, but it would have visually just been like a video game cutscene. When I see something and I know it was there in scene, it doesn't draw me out of the film as much as CGI does. So when I saw the larvae, even though yes, it wriggled like an animatronic because that's what it was, I didn't for a second think, oh, look at its animatronicness. I just thought, fuck, that's there, that's just came out of her, oh my god. When his ear fell off, it was an actual prosthetic falling off. All these things keep you in the scene, like you were experiencing the story firsthand. And that final fly form at the end, I wouldn't have it any other way. If they ever remade this movie, you know for a fact it would be a CGI thing, and yes, its movement would be a bit more fluent, but the realism they would be sacrificing in exchange for that is just not worth it. And I know it costs slightly more money in development and testing these things in makeup departments and stuff, but I truly hope that movies go back to this, when most of the effects are done practically if they can be, because it has so much more of an impact on the viewer, and it doesn't take you out of the scene as much as when just all of a sudden some computer generated image is attempted to be merged with the scene and it's not believable. Maybe one day computer imagery will be truly indistinguishable from reality, but it's very hard to trick the human eye, and the human eye generally knows when something doesn't quite sit right, the uncanny valley effect. And for me, even if CGI is done brilliantly, there's still something in my subconscious mind going, it's not there. There's something not right about what I'm watching just now. Whereas this stuff, even though it's not real, is there, which is way more gripping for me and makes it so much better of a film in general. So yeah, that is an incredible sci-fi horror film. I'm pleased I finally checked that one off my list, and I would love to see more films as good as this in this genre. If there are any you can think of that I might not have seen, leave them in the comments below, but I am aware it would be hard to find a movie similar to this of its quality. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff which do fit into the sci-fi horror genre which I haven't seen, but are they as good as this? That's the question. And yeah, as disgusting as it was such an enjoyable movie, and I'm pleased I've finally checked it out. If you've liked this video, click like, subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this, ring the bell to be notified as to when they drop. If there's anything you want to talk about, comment down below, and share this around to anyone you think might appreciate it or want to watch these reactions along with us in future. My Patreon link is down in the description. If you become a patron, you get access to my blog, you get access to these reactions I put on YouTube a month and a half in advance, and you also get access to full-length versions of everything I react to. So consider becoming a patron, it helps me and my channel out so much, and until next time, I have been BA, peace.